Crunch. We've all heard of it. It's usually associated with good things, Captain Crunch, Crunch Fitness, but it can also be a bad thing, like crunchy peanut butter, which is an abomination, and crunch overtime at work, which causes people to burn out and leave the industry, whatever industry it might be, but you mostly hear about it in video games. Rockstar recently revealed that its studio has been working 100+ hours a week getting Red Dead Redemption 2 ready for its impending launch. That's 14.2 hours a day, more if they get any days off. A work week matched in scope by triage nurses and CEOs, otherwise known as way too long. Rockstar clarified their comments, saying only a few members of the writing staff were doing that for a few weeks, and that nobody was forced to, though some people were choosing to out of passion. Regardless of that particular instance, Crunch as a whole often introduces unpaid hours into the equation, which is some bullshit. Workers should not be punished for their overlords setting unrealistic launch dates. There needs to be some kind of salary incline, where the longer you work consecutively, the more money you make per hour. I don't know how much game devs make on average, but if I got paid like $10 an hour, expected to work 14 hours that day, around hour 8, I'd be like, you better sweeten the fucking pot because my motivation is crumbling. It's like how in Dark Souls 2, when you take gradual poison damage and you counteract it with a life gem that gradually restores your HP, the two effects fight against each other, but the poison steadily overpowers the life gem. So when your health gets low enough, you need to crack another one to combine forces and regain the upper hand. Work will steadily sap your health, and while the knowledge that you're getting paid slows that decline, after long enough you just need something more. I'm fine with the idea of crunch as an opt-in salary bolsterer, but mandatory crunch that provides nothing but extra hours to earn the same money or even none is why people quit. Not everyone is built hyper-industrious enough to withstand those loads. Some of them are, and they're the ones choosing to do it. I'm certainly not. I took a psychology test and found I'm in the 2nd percentile of industriousness. So if there's a room full of 100 people, I am less industrious than 97 of them. I probably spend a maximum of 3 hours at a time writing a script or working on music, and after that I need a cold root beer and another 3-hour break playing video games. Crunch is murderous to those who aren't mentally and physically inclined to thrive under the pressure. I don't know much about the inner workings of companies, but I know it's folly to institute company-wide policies that only some people are built to be able to adhere to. Mandatory crunch should never be a thing. Opt-in crunch, sure, but if opt-in crunch can't get you to your deadline fast enough, reset it. Your expectations were too lofty. Accept your losses, recalculate. Being known for crunch is bad publicity. But there's another side to this that involves how people should or shouldn't react to finding out a game they're excited for was built on the backs of overworked employees. The idea of boycotting a game because of the conditions of the studio that made it strikes me as pretty cruel to the employees, because then as far as you're concerned, they did all that work for nothing when you're not even gonna buy it anymore. Imagine you're in ancient Egypt while the slaves were building the pyramids. Fantastic earthly monuments, incredible, wondrous achievements. Dark and evil methods of construction. You're anti-slavery, so imagine protesting slavery by demolishing the pyramids right when the slaves are done building them. That seems like a pretty giant middle finger to the wrong people. Then you'd go up and talk to the slaves afterwards like, hey guys, we support you. And they'd be like, oh really? Then why did you just invalidate the last 20 years of my fucking life? Like, yeah, devs have it pretty hard for a few weeks or months leading up to a game release, but how is refusing to buy the product of their struggle supposed to endear you to them? I'm not going to buy your game because I think you worked too hard on it. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. That exchange will never happen. The only way to successfully protest crunch without adversely affecting the employees is, I don't know, just buy the game. Being sanctimonious is only going to hurt your weekend. Who is legitimately canceling their Red Dead Redemption 2 pre-order over this? I'd love to meet them and then never meet them again. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at SunburnedAlbino. You can support the channel on Patreon over at patreon.com/SunburnedAlbino. And also check out deals on PC games over at chrono.gg/SunburnedAlbino. And I'll see you guys next time.